A man had been hiding under a woman's bed for a long time. Every night, he would hold her as she slept. He set his alarm to leave quietly before she woke up each morning. The woman had no idea someone was living in her home. She just felt exhausted every day when she got out of bed. Until one day, the woman realized something was truly wrong. As she left for work, she noticed the cover on her door lock had been opened, with dirty smudges on it. Uneasy, she set a new passcode. But when she returned home from work, the door lock cover was open again. She started to feel a sense of dread. That night, as the woman prepared for bed, a terrifying thing happened. She suddenly heard someone entering a code on her door from outside. Frightened, she slowly got out of bed and saw the doorknob furiously rattling. She covered her mouth in fear. Then abruptly, the sounds from the door stopped. Peering through the peephole, she couldn't see anyone. Cautiously poking her head out, the hallway was empty. However, she spotted a cigarette butt by the door. The woman immediately called the police, but they dismissively said a cigarette butt alone wasn't enough to open an investigation, and left. Feeling helpless, she had no choice but to go back to sleep. But as she drifted off, a man quietly crawled out from under her bed. He drugged the woman with an anesthetic to put her in a deeper sleep. He then brushed his teeth in her bathroom, carefully putting the toothbrush back exactly where it was and wiping away any water drops. Lying next to her in bed, he gently caressed her sleeping body. When the woman awoke the next morning, her head ached even more. But the strange occurrences weren't over. At work, she encountered a creepy customer who claimed to be her neighbor and to have met her before. The woman had no memory of him at all, but politely played along. Suddenly, the man demanded she go on a date with him. Of course she refused, causing him to fly into a rage, shouting that she looked down on him. As people stared and the woman felt cornered, her department head stepped in just in time to throw the man out. However, the creepy man didn't give up. That evening while the woman waited for the bus home, he accosted her again, grabbing her arm and trying to force her into a taxi with him. She struggled, but he was much stronger. Luckily, right at that moment, her kind-hearted department head appeared again. He yelled at the man to leave her alone and accompanied the shaken woman safely home. For the first time in a while, she felt a small sense of security. But when she got home, her power was inexplicably out. Suddenly, there was a knock at the door. Nervously, she approached and peeked through the peephole. It was her department head. Letting him in, he explained he had come to return her wallet. Heading straight for the fuse box, he handily got the electricity flowing again. As he washed his hands in her bathroom, a chilling thought struck her. How did he know her apartment number? When she asked him, he froze for a moment without answering. Panicked, she raced downstairs to get the police, insisting something was wrong with her coworker. Arriving at her door with the police, she was too afraid to open it herself. As the police swung it open, they all stared in shock. There was the department head, strangled to death on the floor. And that's where this suspenseful Korean movie called Door Lock ends, due to copyright restrictions on sharing more of the plot.